The city looks like it was wiped out by an atomic bomb. The hospital, it looks like the set of a Hollywood disaster movie. The coming days, weeks, months, years, what the people of Moore, Oklahoma will need most is money, federal disaster relief funding. Now here's President Obama making the case.
As a nation, our full focus right now is on the urgent work of rescue and the hard work of recovery and rebuilding that lies ahead. Yesterday, I spoke with Governor Fallin to make it clear to Oklahomans that they would have all the resources that they need at their disposal. Oklahoma needs to get everything that it needs right away.
Now, on Monday, the president declared a federal disaster for Oklahoma, giving those affected by the tornadoes a financial lifeline from the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA. Now, FEMA, which has been funneling money into the Northeast to help rebuild after Hurricane Sandy, has $13 billion left in its disaster funds to last the rest of fiscal year 2013. But any additional federal funding that citizens of Moore may need will have to go through Congress, which has recently taken a new approach to disaster relief. Now, historically, federal disaster relief has never been offset by spending cuts elsewhere. For example, after Hurricane Katrina, Congress came together and passed over $100 billion in federal aid for New Orleans and surrounding areas. None of it was offset by spending cuts. But already, Oklahoma Senator Tom Coburn is saying that any disaster relief for his home state after these tornadoes should be offset by spending cuts elsewhere in the budget. And when we're talking about spending cuts, we're talking about long political battles, which don't drive well during disasters when people need help right away. House Majority Leader Eric Cantor played the same game when disaster funds were needed after tornadoes leveled Joplin, Missouri.
Because families don't have unlimited money, and really, neither does the federal government. But there's no question there's a federal role here to play. Congress will find the money. It will be offset.
Those offset efforts ultimately failed, but Republicans in Congress tried it again after Hurricane Sandy. In fact, both Oklahoma Senators Tom Coburn and James Inhofe worked hard to slash federal aid funds for Hurricane Sandy victims down to just $23 billion, about 30% of what was requested by affected states. But again, those efforts failed when Republicans in Congress were rebuked by one of their own, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie.
For the victims of Sandy in New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut, it's been 66 days, and the wait continues. There's only one group to blame for the continued suffering of these innocent victims: the House majority and their Speaker, John Boehner.
So here we are again, another disaster and another debate brewing over disaster relief, with Republican lawmakers, including lawmakers from Oklahoma, suggesting that they'll hold disaster relief hostage until they get some austerity elsewhere. And all indications are, with the planet rapidly warming, that massive, deadly tornadoes will not only happen again, but happen with greater frequency. So if senators suddenly want to rewrite the rules about federal disaster relief, then they sure pick the most dangerous time to do it. In Washington, Sam Sachs, RT.